Now on to some machine settings on this stick welder, but we're going to cover it here. We only run 6010 and 7018 as far as electrodes for our assignments, so we've really only got to worry about two different settings. For both of them, if you look at this dial, it'll say stick EXX18 and EXX10. On both of them, we're going to have it selected as soft for 7018 and 6010. The soft and stiff is just changing the arc characteristics. It will either fan out your arc to where it lays more on the surface, and that would be soft, versus stiff. It narrows up your arc and is used to penetrate and dig deep into your base metal. Now, if you forget, in the booth we do have the dum-dum cards, and it will tell you where to put this middle dial and what the correct amperage is, at least a ballpark for 6010 and 7018. For the metal we usually get, we're gonna run 6010 at or around 100 amps, plus or minus 10 amps. Now 10 amps would look like maybe, around here. This would be about 90 amps all the way up to maybe about 110 amps. Now, when we are running 7018, it requires a little bit more amperage, and the starting zone on that would be 125 amps, give or take 10 amps. So all the way down to 115, all the way up to maybe 135. It depends also on the thickness, travel speed, the person welding, if you're going uphill or if it's just flat or horizontal. That will dictate what amperage you want to set this machine at. Depending on what current you need to run your machine at, and this would change whether or not you're setting up this stick welder to be a TIG welder. You may change some of these, but these have these DENS connectors. They're a quick change connector, and this one is for our stinger or our electrode holder, and this one is our positive. To put these in, you're just going to line up this key with this keyway opening here, and when you put that in, you're going to twist clockwise, and that locks it in. And that's for our stinger. Now onto our ground clamp, it is the same process. This is for our ground. Line that up, turn it clockwise, and then you've got these both hooked up in the machine correct. This is our electrode holder, but we may more commonly call it a stinger, just as a slang, I guess. But this is our electrode holder. It's very simple, just open and close. You're gonna put the bare spot of your electrode in here. I don't know if it's gonna pick it up in the video, but there are grooves cut into the opening here, you can see, and that's how you can change the angle of your electrode. So you can set it in so it's just coming out straight and square, or you can have it so it's got it's pointing up, pointing down,